1991 or so. So Tamal Goswami was saying that when he and with Vishnujan Swami, and they were heading up the Radha Damodar Sankirtan party, which was huge. Maybe at one time they had like 6 or 7 buses, like the Greyhound types buses, huge. And they were distributing so many books at Bhakti Guarded magazines, that even the Bhakti Guarded magazines, the presses were like behind for them to be supplied. Tens of thousands, especially then. So Ramakrishna Goswami kept the remittances, that means the money that's coming from the book distribution through the Radha Damodar traveling Sankirtan party, in a special account that he had control over. Right? And the other person who was the BBT manager at that time was Rameshwar Swami. So the remittance of the BBT fund, with the BBT for all of North America, Rameshwar Swami was having less money because they were distributing more. Like that. So one time Ramakrishna Goswami came to meet Srila Prabhupada in Los Angeles. Prabhupada called for him. Like that. And then Prabhupada, maybe Palika Mataji was cooking for him. Like that. Palika was that time Bhavananda Prabhu's wife, like that. So he told the cooks, she was assisted by her, told the cooks, you cook for one more guest. I'm having a special guest who's honoring a lunch prasad for me today. Like that. So I don't know who was the assistant or personal servant of Prabhupada at that time. So Prabhupada told the personal servant, you bring another plate, but my plate and that plate should also match. Not that, I'm having a special guest who's honoring lunch with me today. Everything that I have should match, including the utensils and everything. So the personal servant wondering who, and he asked the cooks who, Prabhupada didn't say. Like that. So eventually, prasadam was, he said, lay out plates and tables and on the table, and I'll tell you to call the guests soon. Right. So the personal servant was waiting, the cooks are waiting, and Prabhupada said, go and call Tamal Krishna Goswami. Like that. So Tamal Krishna Goswami came, and Prabhupada said, sit. We will honor prasad together. They were like shocked. Prabhupada never did this. How is it? He said, special guest. Prabhupada said, yes, he is my special guest. They think, no, why Prabhupada is doing this? Like that. So then, whilst being served, Tamal Krishna Goswami accepted. He had to. He said that I asked Prabhupada, I'm your disciple. No, you follow my order. You sit. Okay, follow the Guru's order, sit. Like that. So then, when the personal servant left the room, where they were honoring prasadam, and went back to the kitchen, like that. And they were like almost finished honoring prasad, so there's nothing more needed from the kitchen. Like that. So Prabhupada told the personal servant, you stay in the kitchen with the cooks, don't come here now. Like that. So after Tamal Krishna Goswami was fully satisfied with prasad and Prabhupada was satisfied, so he asked Tamal Krishna Goswami, so how much Lakshmi is in the book fund account from your book distribution? He asked. So Tamal Krishna Goswami said, so much. Tens and thousands of dollars. He said, is it okay if I ask you to transfer that amount to my book fund? Like that. Immediately Tamal Krishna Goswami, yes, Srila Prabhupada, yes. And that's it. Lunch was over and gone. So years later, he was trying to find out why did Srila Prabhupada do that? Why did Srila Prabhupada invite me for lunch, serve me nicely? You know, I ate with him and then he asked for the money, like that. So he was confused. Then he consulted with some of his god brothers and so forth. Why? They said, Srila Prabhupada treated you like a businessman. And he said, that is true. He said, we were very young, Ramakrishna. We were not even 30 years of age. And Prabhupada had to deal with us in our immaturity. You know? Prabhupada could easily order me, transfer the money. He didn't do that. Because he knows I was attached to all this hard work for all these brahmacharis traveling with me. He treated me like a businessman. Like, you know, when you want to clinch a deal, he invites a businessman to a restaurant, feed him nicely, and then talk about the deal. So Prabhupada treated me like that. He said, I feel so bad. And then later Prabhupada treated me like that. So it's the other side also. Personally coming from Ramakrishna Goswami, that we were so young, we were not so mature, but we had full faith. Like that. That Guru Nistha is there, full faith. And a person will not exploit and abuse you in any way. That is real Guru. Full faith.